What is up, guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Stephanie here. If you guys do not know me, my name is Stephanie Panamino and this is my YouTube channel. So definitely go ahead, like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends because it will help me out so very much. So definitely go ahead and show me some love. Show it down below. Go ahead, subscribe. I really much appreciate it. For today, I wanted to do a updated foundation routine. So I really wanted to go really nitty gritty and into the steps that I do to accomplish my full face. So I'm just gonna show you guys the ways I contour, the way I highlight, my setting, how I set my foundation, what I use where, and this is like my in-depth foundation routine. So I'm going to be showing you a little bit of skincare, how I prep my skin and all that good stuff. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get into this video. Alrighty. So first things first, I start off with a clean face. We just washed it with obviously my everyday face wash, and I also went ahead and went in with a cotton square and my Bioderma. This is a micellar water. So I just went ahead and used this all over my skin to really make sure my skin is super duper clean. I don't have any excess makeup on it or dirt or oil, whatever it is on my skin from any other time. So I really went in with that. And another trick I like to show you guys, I wanted to let you guys know if you guys are interested in doing this, but it's these ones right here. So these are the mini razors. You guys can get these anywhere, the 99-cent store, I don't know, Target, wherever you guys can find these, and they're very inexpensive. The reason why I'm telling you guys about this is because these are great for just like shaving your face. So let's say, you know, your upper lip, it's great because you have it right on hand. You can go ahead and shave your upper lip. I also use this sometimes because girls, we tend to have some peach fuzz on our cheeks or anywhere on our face, and I don't really like that. Sometimes I feel like my foundation doesn't lay flat on my face because of that, or it might just like, you know, it won't be as flawless as it can be. So I just go ahead whenever I feel like it's time, just go ahead and just go against my skin on both sides. Some girls have more peach fuzz than others. For me, I don't find it like difficult for me to just do that. But just keep aware, I don't have too much hair on, like I'm not too hairy. So when it grows back, it doesn't grow back thicker or anything, but that could happen to somebody else, you know, somebody else that has different type of hair than me. So just keep that in mind for my girls out there that might want to try this or anything. But these are really convenient to just to get in between your brows, you know, when you got a little unibrow going on, or whenever you got just like you wanted to clean around your brows, your mustache, your just anything. Literally, these are great to have in hand just to make sure you got everything situated and you're looking crisp. So that's just something I wanted to show you guys. If you guys want a more in-depth video on all that, just let me know because I got you. Alrighty, next goes skincare. So we're gonna go ahead and prep the face, obviously. I love face serums. So I usually go in with this one right here. This is my Caprice face serum, and I just go ahead and moisturize my skin with this. Use this all over my skin. And you always want to drag up with your skincare to prevent any wrinkles. You never want to go down on your face. We went ahead and dewed up the face a bit. So I'm gonna go ahead, get off camera real quick, do these brows. If you guys want an updated brow routine, just let me know down below. Give me a thumbs up, let me know somehow, because I will do that for you guys as well. So I'm gonna go ahead, put on some brows, and then we're gonna get into this foundation routine. Alrighty guys, so brows are on. I have been going in with more of a natural brow now. So let me know if you guys want an updated video on how I do a little more of a natch brow. So let's go ahead and go into some primers. So primers really just depend on your skin type. So depending on how I feel that day, how my skin is feeling, how I want to do my makeup and what kind of foundation I use also matters on what kind of primer I'm going to use. So let's talk. So if I'm going in with more of a dewy kind of foundation, I like to go with more of a gripping primer for my skin. So let's say I'm going in with a matte foundation. So I want to do more of a dewy skin at the beginning, of course. If I'm using more of a hydrating kind of foundation that I know I'm going to get dewy throughout the day, I try to stay away from the more dewy actual primers. So if I'm going to go in with more of a dewy foundation, I try to go in with more of a gripping primer or just more of a mattifying primer. So this one right here, this is the Cover FX blurring primer. I like to use this right here in the middle of my pores to kind of blur out any pores I may have. This one I will use more when I'm going to go in with more of a hydrating primer, as well as this one right here. So this is the Glow Ahead Illuminating Face Oil. I like to use this as a primer, and I use this when I'm gonna go in with more of a dewy foundation. I really like this because it's I feel like when I put it on my face, it will grip and it will grab my foundation out. So that's why I like to use this for a more dewy kind of skin. So today I am going to be going in with a little bit more of a dewy foundation. So I am going to be going in with this bad boy right here. And I'm also going to be mixing in a little bit of this. So going first in with my Cover FX blurring primer. I'm just going to go ahead and put that right here to blur out any pores I might have. I'm going to go ahead and go in with the Glow Ahead, and I'm going to be taking that on the rest of the face. So just really going in there. So I let that go ahead and hydrate my skin, get into my skin, really nourish it right now. And now I'm going to go ahead and go into some foundation. So for today's foundation, I am going to be going in with my Anastasia foundation, and I'm also going to be mixing in a little bit of my Giorgio Armani Luminous foundation. So I'm going to be mixing these two. This one's very dewy as well as this one, but I like the shade on this one a little bit better, and this one's a little bit more light. So I'm just going to go ahead and mix them on the back of my hand to really make the perfect concoction. So on the back of my hand, I'm just gonna go ahead and mix the two. And now I'm gonna go ahead and just spread this all over my face. You can use a brush, you can use your finger, you can use whatever your heart desires. Going in with my Real Technique sponge, I'm gonna go ahead and get a little bit of a foundation that I already had on the back of my hand, and then go ahead and start packing this right onto the skin. And that's why I really like to keep this part shaved and everything just nice and shaved down, because when you're applying foundation, you can really notice the difference when there's hair underneath your foundation or when you have a nice slick foundation or a nice slick canvas. All right, right there is the foundation. Now we're gonna go ahead and go into concealer. So you guys know that the Shape Tape by Tarte is my go-to. Y'all know this, I love this. But ever since I got this in my Boxy Charm the other time, and you guys knew that if you guys watched that video, I'll leave it linked down below. If you guys noticed, this was not my shade. So what I've been liking to do is put this right in here. And it's very light coverage, so it doesn't get like too caked up, or like I have too much coverage underneath my eyes. I like to go in with this one first and kind of hit right underneath my eyes with this. You see how it kind of just blends into my skin? That's where the Shape Tape comes in. And I really like to just go ahead and add the Shape Tape in there. And then with the same loofah, I like to go ahead and add some to my eyes, because we're gonna prime our eyelids with that. So, saying this, yes, I have this going on right now, right? But I like to go in and blend out my eyelids first, because I like to let this dry. Recently, I've been really liking that, to let my concealer dry on my face right before I go in and actually blend it out. I like to get it tacky because I feel like it actually prevents creasage. I've been really liking this trick. It's been going around. I kind of been living for it. So I highly suggest you guys to try it out. See how you like it. See if you see any less creasage or any of that good stuff. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start blending our lids out. I'm gonna go ahead and go into my Laura Mercier translucent powder, and I'm gonna go ahead and set my eyelids. As well, when I'm setting my eyelids, I'm gonna go ahead and set my brow. Yes, guys, I've been setting my brow, and this has been my favorite thing that I've been doing. Just go ahead and set the brow. And with a spoolie, I'll just go ahead and start dusting it out. Alrighty, guys, now that our brows is set, I feel like it really does something to the brows. So now we're gonna go ahead and go in and blend this concealer out. Alrighty, guys, now I'm gonna be going in with my Laura Mercier, and I am mixing a little bit of the RCMA No Color powder into this. For this, I go ahead and just start setting underneath the eye. I have that going on. I'm gonna also go ahead and go in to a little bit of contour on the face, cream contour. So I'm going in right here, really taking it down, top of the ear, and bringing it in here. Going in with my BoxyCharm brush, I'm gonna start blending that out. Now I'll go in and soften everything up with my beauty blender. And that way we already have our contour going. And then hit it underneath the jawline. And then just go in with the beauty blender and soften anything you want up. Alrighty, guys, now that we have contoured the face, by the way, I used the Too Faced Born This Way concealer in the color Chestnut to go ahead and cream contour. Now I'm gonna go ahead and contour my nose. So going in with a little bit of my Shape Tape. I'm taking it on a brush because if you guys know Shape Tape, it gets gunky on the sides, and sometimes there's a lot of products on the side of like this applicator thing. So I like to go in with a little brush, and I'll go ahead and do my nose contour. So I'm gonna go ahead and just make a straight line. Going in with the beauty blender, pinch the top, particularly when I want to set my nose, like my nose contour, like this line. I like to go in with my RCMA No Color Powder instead of the Laura Mercier, just because this one does brighten a bit more. So I like to go ahead and just do an exclamation point on my nose. Just like an exclamation point. I set my under eye with that Laura Mercier and the No Color Powder underneath my eye. Now we're gonna go ahead and go in with the Laura Mercier in the deep medium translucent powder. So for this, I go ahead and set right here where we did cream contour. So I'm gonna go ahead and just do that. So we're gonna tap, 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 and then we're gonna swirl out. And that already right there gives us a nice and put together contour already, like literally. So tap, 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 swirl out. And you could literally just do this and just be fine with it, honestly. You don't even have to contour after this. Of course, you can still do so. I'm gonna go in with the 310 bronzer. I'm just gonna bronze up any splotchy places that I might have from the actual powder. Not too much, because we're already looking quite bronzy. Alrighty guys, moving right along, we went ahead and just did a little bit more bronzer, and we're gonna leave that to bake for a bit. I'm gonna go ahead and use this guy right here. This is the Marbled Light Burnt blush from Ciate. And I'm just gonna go ahead and blush up. So I'm just gonna blush up right here. You can do blush everywhere, guys. Like, don't be afraid of blush. I'm gonna literally add blush to the whole face. So right here, the cheeks. Gonna add some blush. We're gonna add blush to the nose, because I love to add blush to the nose. To the chin, and you can do it even right here to add a little bit more of a factor to the face. There is that. Now I'm gonna go ahead and just dust this off. Alrighty guys, so this is what I have so far. This is literally my skincare routine. My foundation routine. So this is how it's looking. As you can see, everything's looking very unison, very nice and skin-like. So we're not done here. We're gonna go ahead and highlight the face. So we're gonna go in with a very subtle highlight that is just a everyday kind of highlight, which I'm gonna go in with this one right here. This is the Amarizi highlighter. And I feel like this is just a nice highlight for any old day. Very pretty. So we're gonna go ahead and highlight. I'm just gonna go ahead and highlight like I usually would. So you guys have seen this. We're gonna spritz, and we're gonna hit our inner corners. We're gonna highlight our nose, the bridge of our nose, and I like to go right here as well. Kind of give me a little glow right in this department. Now we're gonna switch brushes and go in with a highlighting brush. I'm gonna go in, highlight the cheeks right here. And I like to take this right underneath the brow bone. And you can always make this more intense by wetting your brush, of course, you guys know. So I'm gonna hit right under here. And you can go as well as hitting your cupid's bow. Go ahead and get your cupid's bow, and as well as a little bit on the chin. I'm having a little bit of glow on the chin. And yeah, guys, I'm gonna go ahead, add a lash, and we're pretty much finished with today's foundation routine. If you guys ever have a moment, well, I really like a blooming highlight, but if you want your highlight to melt more into your face, just go ahead and go over it with a beauty blender. And you can just boom, 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 and it'll make it look a little more blended into the face, less vibrant, but you know me, I like the vibrantness. So let me go ahead, add a lash, and then we'll come back and talk. Alrighty, guys. So I went ahead, added a lash, and added a gloss. I went in with my Mykonos lashes from Lily Lashes. I've been really liking these lashes recently. You guys know I love a Makeup Shack Dubai lash, but I have to pick up a new pair. So I've been using these recently, and I'm really liking them. I love how they make the eyes look. And yeah, so I went ahead and sprayed my face with some Fix Plus just to really bring that glowiness back into the skin, melt all the powder that I had on my skin. And this is the completed foundation routine. I really hope this helped you guys out and have new ideas on how to do your foundation. I've tweaked a couple things here and there as of recently, so I actually really like the changes and how everything is looking right now. So this is the completed face, and I really hope you guys got some pointers and some new tricks on what to do with your foundation and how to make it look a little more bomb, a little more sharp, a little more natural into the skin. How to bronze, how to do this, how to do that. I hope you guys enjoyed and learned some new tips and tricks on how to do your face. Thank you so much for watching today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this little foundation routine. Thank you so much for being here, and definitely join me on Sunday with a new video. I love you guys, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much, guys, and I'll see you on my next one. Bye, guys.